a Tuesday. The gang's all here. Delighted to have you with us. Tons of football to get to and a few surprises along the way. But we begin, of course, with Monday Night Football, and it was a different night last night in so many ways, so many emotions, particularly amongst the Cowboys family as they had said goodbye just a week and a half before to their teammate Marshawn Nealon. He was honored in so many ways and remembered by the team last night. Unrelatedly, George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb sat out the first series of the game due to a coach's decision. And then as we get to the action second quarter, once they got back in the game, Dominique, they dominated.
Oh, yeah. Their punishment was to miss the first few snaps and then also to catch every single pass the rest of the night.
That all smiles there. Brian Schottenheimer says we're good here. Cowboys up 10-6.
We're all good, fellas. We're all good.
And it would continue. The new acquisition, Quinnen Williams, J-Mac, made his presence felt.
He got welcomed to the team by going out there and dominating. Put pressure on Geno Smith all night long. When you make a play like that, you get to dance. Go ahead.
He had more sacks. Look at Jerry. Look at Jerry. How about my take? Next Cowboys drive, it's Dak. Jeffrey, it's CD. He had 5 catches, 66 yards. He was unstoppable.
Like Nick just said, 200 yards between the two studs and got benched for 2 plays, 3 plays, whatever it was. They did just fine the rest of the afternoon.
This was a big play. At 10-6, they go for it on a fourth down, and they get the touchdown to Jake Ferguson, and now they're really cruising. And then, Neek, watch George Pickens.
This is outstanding. Proprioception, body control, and a witness cut right now.
It's like ballet. You'll hear someone say, Pickens and Lamb, 156 receiving yards combined in the first half. Cowboys up 24-9. That combination is unstoppable. I'll tell you what, Jeff, George Pickens, is there a more talented receiver in the NFL than that guy?
No, he is playing lights out right now. This kid, he is feeling it. He and Dak got a great connection. You think of probably the most impactful acquisition from a receiver spot this season.
That was Ryan Flournoy catching a touchdown. Dak threw 4. By the way, George Pickens, 9 catches, 144 yards. Then, for good measure, a safety to tack it on at the finish.
Can I just say this? They don't run the ball all night. You're going to run it right then and get a safety? You throw it the whole rest of the day. Throw it again. Don't do that.
Ashton Genty, 7 rushing yards on 6 carries. And in the end, it was a dominant performance from the Cowboys on what was an emotional night. You can see it in the face and hear it in the voices of the coaches and the players. This one was for their teammates.
Before we do all the celebration stuff, so proud of you guys, man. Amen. Tough couple weeks. We made them proud. You guys made them proud, man. Unbelievable.
We're a brotherhood, and as Marshawn, he lived by one love, and that's why I just told the guys before the game, like, let's play for one love, let's play this one team, let's go out there and control the things that we can and play like Marshawn did, and that was just with our effort, our intensity, flying to the ball, and I think in all 3 phases we did that, and it was such a complimentary win and something for us to build off of.
I've been hearing for my 35 years covering sports about the family that is created within these teams. They lost a family member. It's almost impossible to imagine what that group has been through over the course of the last week and a half. You saw how beautifully they paid tribute to him last night. And so we leave that part of it there and move to the football part of it. This was a very impressive performance, albeit against a bad opponent. But, Dominic, you were making the point, it's not just that the defense was better, but what was it?
They were overwhelming. They were dominant. It was very uncharacteristic of this Cowboys defense all year long. If this was the first time you watched the Cowboys, you would have thought this is a Super Bowl contender because they beat down this team. And, of course, the Raiders are not a good team, but they're an NFL team. And when you do that to any NFL team, especially up front, that D-line, didn't seem to miss Micah Parsons last night. They pushed that line back all game long.
And Graz, it was actually you in the meeting that made the point this morning. This was not a defense we've seen before.
Right. The reason it felt like a different defense is that it is a different defense than the last time they played. These are 5 players that started for them last night that were either injured or on different teams the last time the Cowboys played a game. They have completely overhauled this defense. Overshown and Revel making their season debuts. Hooker hadn't played since September, and then the top 2 guys were acquisitions at the trade deadline. So we have a Dallas defense that has been one of the very worst, if not the worst in the league all season long, and they've replaced half of it as we head into the second half of the season. The Raiders were not up to the task. It is tough to judge a team, their performance against an opponent like that. However, if you are a Cowboys fan and you're looking for reason for hope for a second half turnaround, that's it. The changes that have been made on defense as a result of trades and guys getting healthy.
I love y'all, man.
Why do you have that skeptical
Y'all
look
good
on you?
TV.
Please
Y'all
tell
good
them,
TV
Five
people.
new guys.
I know 5 new is good TV.
Please,
I mean,
Jeff,
we sell it. I mean, 85 Bears out here just balling, locking people down.
Did you watch it?
I mean,
Hold on. Did we tell a lie? Did you watch the game?
Did
There
you
was
watch
no lies.
the Raiders
There
game?
no
plan?
lies.
They ran the ball, dang, 12 times, threw it with Geno Smith.
Okay.
That specifically, the Raiders are deserving of that level of disrespect.
they're bad.
When you're a team that's that bad and you draft a running back in the top 10, you deserve to continue to be really bad. So that's their spot in life.
Yeah.
When you come to the Cowboys side of this thing, now we'll find out. Now they got a game under their belts. They have a quick turnaround to Sunday Eagles, quicker turnaround to Thursday Chiefs. In the next 10 days, they either will or will not have a season end.
And that's exactly what it is because they've kind of put themselves in a hole. You see that record at the top of the screen, 4-5-1. So they're at the bottom looking up at all the other teams. But when you have an opportunity like this ahead of you, Graz mentioned these new additions to the defense. Now we're going to really see what they're made of. The Philadelphia Eagles offensively are struggling right now. We watched CeeDee Lamb and we watched George Pickens go ham last night in that game. Can you do it against a better opponent in the Philadelphia Eagles? You're getting Quinyon Mitchell and all of those guys out there on the defensive side of the ball. Can you go out there and put up 30 points against them and force the Eagles to have to respond?
That was an amazing graphic. Those 4 teams that they play next were the 4 best records in the league last year.
Yeah.
Like everyone on that list won at least 14 games last year. So we're going to find out. And guys, don't let them win that Eagle game because if they do,
the streak?
I'm just saying, if they do.
This guy.
Dan is not willing to say goodbye.
That's why he was pumping the Cowboy.
I'm just saying.
Now it all makes sense.
Don't let them win that Philly game.
So, Jeffrey, you think that we're good at making interesting TV? You think we're good at big proclamations? We learn from the best. Here's Jerry Jones last night talking about his wide receivers, Lamb and Pickens.
Well, I think both had outstanding games. Pickens was, I've never seen a performance like that, and it was poetic the way that he was making those moves out there and doing it. It was like he was in an opera or something going on out there, a ballet. But I'm proud for both of them. They played really outstanding today and gave his team a lift.
George Baryshnikov Pickens getting it done last night. The combination, look, the reality is we've been saying it all year long. The combination of Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and George Pickens should be as dangerous as any in the NFL, and certainly last night they looked it.
I mean, all the plays that Pickens made were outstanding. I don't even know we have the tape cut, but the most amazing play was one that didn't count. When he had the one-handed catch in the corner of the end zone that looked Beckham-esque. Like, this team was incredible. I don't know if Jerry knows that he's been around for a long time. Maybe this isn't the best thing he's ever seen. But it was really good and really impressive. And I do think this team is a lot better than they were early in the season. It should be respected. And those receivers, they're almost unguardable, both of them. They might be the best tandem in the league.
I wonder where they were the night before the game, because wherever they were,
do it again.
They need to go there and just send them on a private plane.
Have
Let
Jerry
them go
just
hang
fly 'em
out.
back.
No doubt about it.
Yeah, do the Lawrence
Sit
Taylor
the first series out
whatever
every
it is.
week.
But let's do beyond their offense. We talked about this all season. They are a vicious offense. Tight end good, receivers good, running back good, quarterback, otherworldly. They have the pieces and parts. I'm skeptical because the defense. I got to see it to believe it, and continue to see it to believe it. It was a great performance.